No money to pay the IRS? Get relief from back taxes at taxreliefcenter.org. Your IRS tax debt doesn't magically go away. But if you do this one thing first, you could be on your way to an IRS debt-free day. If you do your own Google search, how to get relief from back taxes, you'll quickly realize just how complicated and confusing it can be to get straight answers on tax relief and how to get the IRS off your back. I know how confusing and scary it can be. In fact, many taxpayers often ask us why IRS tax code is so complex. Why is it so hard to navigate on your own? And why is it when you finally get through to someone at the IRS, they don't seem to care about what you're going through? They're just trying to extract information from you. The answer is very simple. The whole system of tax collection and communication with frontline tax collectors is designed that way. But before I reveal the reason why, let me introduce myself. I'm Walter Birch, the editor-in-chief of taxreliefcenter.org. And over the past 10 years, we've helped over 2.4 million people in need of relief from IRS back taxes. In fact, we've already received over $4.1 billion in tax relief requests from people all over the country. People who need relief from back taxes and also need help to stop or prevent IRS collection action, such as a wage garnishment, tax lien, or even a levy or freeze on their personal or business bank account. Now, have you ever heard the saying, bad things happen to good people? This is who we help. Good people, burdened by IRS debt, often due to circumstances beyond their control, such as reduction in income, medical bills, student loan debt, marital issues, the loss of a key client, or maybe they were even victims of fraud or simply bad advice from an accountant. Often the folks we help are self-employed, independent contractors, or business owners so busy trying to run their own business, keep employees paid and food on the table that they fall behind on payroll taxes, filing taxes, or in some cases it's even impossible for them to come up with the money the IRS claims they owe. Now when this happens, penalties and interest kick in. The IRS has got them over a barrel and they come to us for help. Now in our experience, no one plans to get into deep water with the IRS. But when they do, and when they call up the IRS for help, the situation often goes from bad to worse. You end up feeling threatened when you're hit with personal questions you aren't comfortable answering because you do not know what you're legally required to disclose to the IRS. So make sure if you do call the IRS on your own, you do know in advance what you are legally required and not required to disclose to the IRS. Now, the first thing to understand when dealing with the IRS is that the Internal Revenue Service is a collection agency. And frontline collectors you talk to on the phone are trained to ask probing questions, get information from you, and develop a roadmap about your financial situation and assets to collect as much as possible as quickly as possible. Now, can you imagine how much the IRS would collect if every frontline tax collector was trained to be as sympathetic and caring as a social worker? The bottom line, when you have serious tax debt and go head-to-head with the IRS without someone on your side who understands your situation, your rights, and how to use existing tax code to get the best possible resolution for you, it is not a fair contest. No, the tax system isn't designed to represent your interest, your family, or your business. But fortunately, there is a way to level the playing field when dealing with the IRS. You can begin to put IRS worries behind you by requesting a free tax relief evaluation from a tax relief specialist who will take the time to listen to you, understand what you're going through, and review your best tax relief options so you can get the best resolution from the IRS. Now, not only could this save you months or even years of stress, but it could also save you tens of thousands of dollars as well. Now, with your free evaluation, you'll also find out how you can stop or prevent a wage garnishment, tax lien, or bank levy. You'll even learn exactly what you are required and not required to disclose to the IRS, should you decide to negotiate with the IRS on your own. Now, let's talk about the special IRS tax relief programs that make it easier than ever to resolve back taxes, so you can put IRS worries behind you and move on with your life. One program that's become increasingly popular with taxpayers is the IRS Fresh Start program. This was a landmark provision put in place in 2008, and updated in 2012 that actually represents an unusual show of leniency by the IRS. Fresh Start is designed to ease the financial burden of taxpayers who owe back taxes. It's available to both individuals as well as businesses. Now, Fresh Start takes into consideration financial hardships faced by families as well as businesses. In fact, taxpayers who are unemployed for longer than 30 days may be able to have IRS penalties completely waived. Fresh Start also offers several repayment options, including an extended installment agreement, which may grant taxpayers up to 6 years to pay off taxes free from any penalties and interest and free from the threat of collection activity, such as wage garnishment, tax lien, bank levy, or asset seizure. Another IRS tax relief provision is called currently not collectible. Now, even if you owe back taxes to the IRS, if the IRS determines it's not reasonable to collect due to loss of income, illness, or a variety of other reasons, the IRS may calculate your realistic collection potential, or RCP, and place your tax debt in non-collectible status. While in a non-collectible status, the IRS will stop all collection activities such as garnishment, lien, or bank levy. The bottom line, if you have tax debt and are unable to pay the IRS, know that you have a variety of legal tax relief options to help you breathe easier. You may feel like you're up against the big bad wolf, but when you have someone on your side who understands tax relief code and how best to apply it to help your situation, you may just feel like a weight has been lifted right off your shoulders. The good news is the Tax Relief Center makes it fast and easy to request a free tax relief evaluation. If you're on your mobile phone, just click the upper right-hand corner, and if you're on your desktop, click the lower left corner. Here's what you'll experience when you get to taxreliefcenter.org. First, we ask just a few simple questions to understand your current situation, including the type of tax debt you have, personal or business, whether or not you have any unfiled taxes. We ask a rough estimate of the amount the IRS claims you owe. We ask whether or not you've received a collection notice from the IRS and need to stop or prevent a wage garnishment, tax lien, or bank levy. In just about a minute or two, you will have completed your request for your free tax relief evaluation, and you'll have someone on your side ready to provide immediate relief and advise you free of any obligation of your best tax relief options. You'll also receive a free check of IRS Fresh Start eligibility, as well as immediate help if needed to stop or prevent a wage garnishment, tax lien, or bank levy. Again, IRS tax debt doesn't go away on its own, and there's no reason to continue another day living in fear of what the IRS might or might not do. So get someone on your side right now who understands your rights, your legal options, and how best to resolve taxes for you, so you don't have to deal with the IRS all on your own. Here's to you putting IRS worries behind you. Go to taxreliefcenter.org for your free evaluation today.